what's going on, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between? It's I, Danity, and I'm here to send you with some greatness. Hi, if things look familiar, that's because I literally am filming 2 videos at once, so you've already seen the first video. But hi, it's me, Neøn. Haven't posted in a while. Haven't posted videos that much, that often, because you know, election and depression and everything. But there's a lot of makeup out, and so the easiest way to do content is just to do a full face of new stuff. So a lot of stuff I've gotten in PR, some things I've bought, and let's slap some makeup on and call it a day. Hi, if it's your first time here, hello, my name is Neøn, aka Neøn, aka Darius, aka Great Value Frank Ocean. We are currently in our strawberry phase. You guys know the drill.
Tastes like strawberries on a summer evening.
Subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you don't miss the next time I upload. Also, if at any point you are enjoying yourself and enjoying me and the content I'm creating, go ahead and like this video, give it a thumbs up, support small black creators like me. And without further ado, we're gonna slap some makeup on because I'm rambling, so let's go.
It's one of them nights. It's one of them nights, I feel it. It's one of them nights, no inhibitions.
So, we're gonna get into the face. I'm actually in the middle of filming another video, so there's a lot of new stuff, a lot of this, mostly Huda Beauty stuff. There's some other stuff in this mix as well, but this is mostly what to start off with, we're going to be using the new Huda Beauty Water Jelly Hydrating Primer. At first glance, this primer has like the look and appeal of like Milk Hydro Grip. I can tell you now it's not the same. It has that water jelly consistency, but this definitely feels more like water and less like a gel. It also does not have the tackiness of Hydro Grip. There's a little bit of like a stick, but it's not like as sticky as Hydro Grip. Like Hydro Grip has a very noticeable tacky formula that a lot of people stand and love. This isn't the same, but it is a nice primer. Now before we get into like the foundation, what I'm going to do is I normally do powder my face. One Size, the brand from Pack Star, just came out with new powders. I'm going to be using those. There's a translucent and then there is a deep dark powder. So I'm going to, like I said, do my makeup as I normally do. Normally I would set my face with a powder that is close to my complexion, so that's what we're going to be doing. So I am setting my face per usual in the center in my T-zone. And this powder is really fine. Like finer than Laura Mercier. So we're going to get back into that a little bit later on, but I feel like I love that. Next we're going to go into the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Stick Foundation. This is the second foundation. There's obviously the infamous Faux Filter foundation that a lot of people felt the way about because of a very strong scent, a very strong perfume scent. A lot of people broke out to it. It was just not the tea. This does not have that scent. The primer doesn't have that, or the primer has like a slight scent to it, but you can barely smell it. And I'm in the shade Nutmeg 520G. And this is a perfect match. Like this shade is perfect. Converting from the first foundation to the stick foundation, I know that they tweaked a few shades. Huda also came out with a new brush. It's a dual-ended dense buffer brush, and then like to blend out concealer. I'm going to actually use that later on. But first, we're going to use concealer or buff this out. Foundation is blending out. It has like a medium coverage. It looks like it can be built up. Like I said, it does not feel heavy whatsoever. So this might actually be the move. I'm going to move into concealer. The concealer isn't new, but it is the Huda Beauty Overachiever Concealer. It's new to me. First time I'm using it. It also give me a chance to use this brush, so that's why I'm doing this. It has that metal tip like skincare. I don't know if I like this. The color is also a choice, but that's one thing I noticed whenever I was like trying to pick out this concealer shade. The concealers, the color range is interesting because it goes from like, there's like a yellow golden shade, but it's too light for me. And then the next yellow golden shade is too dark. It's not the color I would typically reach for. Let's put it that way. So let's try out this end, the concealer buffer blending. But I will say that this is a nice brush to get like under the eye, and it does seem to blend out pretty well. I feel like I could grow to love this brush. Now I'm gonna go into the other powder. This is the translucent powder from One Size, and this is the powder that Patrick said would work on everybody. And he's tested it on Nima and someone else. I forgot her name at the moment. Editing days will probably correct me. I have two hopes for this powder. Obviously, the feel of it is nice, and I think it is the closest thing that we're gonna get to the Patrick powder from MAC. That being said, I also want this powder to work on me. So, it is translucent. It has a neutral tone that almost runs yellow. Wait a second. This powder, this powder. Patrick, this powder is good. And like, if you're black, do you understand? Like, translucent is a scary word for us. This is good. This is translucent. Like, it looks translucent. Like, it obviously brightened under my eyes a little bit, but like, in terms of an actual translucent powder, that's it. And like, it low-key like neutralized the color of my concealer too, because like the concealer was kind of on the peachy side. Y'all, this is a good powder. Patrick, this is a good powder. Make way. So moving on into like bronzer and concealer, obviously Dust to Dawn has been like my go-to diehard for like since August. Kaleidos did come out with a contour sculpting palette. There was a lot of talk about this from people, including myself, because obviously like the contour selection or the palette selection, which will be on camera, was bad. I'm not going to sugarcoat it was bad. I made note of it. I definitely said something to Kaleidos, told them about it. We've had a nice little chat. They've said they're going to extend it. It shouldn't have been that way to begin with, but whatever. Here we are. This is their face palette. It comes with a fill, a shade, and a chisel shade. So this is, I'm assuming, the contour. The chisel, I'm assuming, is a bronzer, and then this is supposed to be our brightener. What I'm going to tell y'all is this. This does not feel like user-friendly per se, because how am I supposed to dip my bronzer? Like, bronzers are typically bigger brushes. How am I going to dip my bronzer in that? How am I going to dip my under eye highlight brush into that? I think this palette was made more so for like sculpting the nose and into the brow bone. Whatever. In terms of pigmentation, just how loose it's pressed, it's looser than like my palettes, and that's saying something. We'll take the chisel shade. Okay, this is it is a beautiful shade. I will say that. Not too many more people deeper than me can use it though. And that's why I made Dust to Dawn, because a lot of brands continue to make face palettes and face products that are made for people at me at the darkest at best. And there are so many more people who are darker and richer than me. Like I said, I understand that Kaleidos is going to extend it, but you should have did it right to start off with. There's no need to extend something when it works the first time. Extension should only be done when you are trying to fill every single gap. But yeah, it's pretty, it's whatever. Okay, let me. Ooh. Yeah, this component is not fun. Any type of product like this, anytime you have face products, you need to make sure that the product is going to be like easy to pick up. And so overall, I just feel like this palette is a bust. The palette I have in particular is cute, but it is a bust in terms of packaging. It's a bust in terms of the color, the selection. It's just a bust. Ooh, it's so hard to compare everything that Dust to Dawn, because Dust to Dawn is so good. Like, to be completely honest with you guys, the only products that I've seen that compared remotely close have been Tammy's palettes with Makeup Revolution. That's literally the only thing that is like can touch Dust to Dawn, because when black people create products for black people, they're a success. Patrick has also came out with the powder puff for One Size, and it's interesting because it has a flat side, so it's good for sculpting and cutting and chiseling. So that's what I'm gonna do. That's a cut. Overall, the powders are dope. I have no problem with the powders. And the face is cute. So we are going to do the brows, and I'll be back to do the rest of the face. Alright, so I'm back. Brows are done. I'm going to start in the eyes now, but before I do that, I'm going to take the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Set and Refresh Setting Spray. This isn't too new, but I don't think I've used it on camera, so. I'm going to be using the Naughty palette by Huda. This is the newest eye palette from them. There's like a bunch of new eyeshadow palettes out, but I really wanted to use Naughty because it's sexy. But first, let me go ahead and prime my eyes, of course, using the KVD Vegan Beauty Eye Primer. This palette is mostly like a brownish burgundy base, but there's a lot of interesting hues in here that I want to play with. This is probably going to be the most neutral eye you'll ever see me do in my entire career. Alright, first thing I'm going to take is the shade Naughty. Naughty is a chocolate brown, a little bit of a red base to it. We're going to put that in the crease. And Huda's quality in eyeshadow is really nice. It's really good. Blendability is there. The color pigmentation is there. There's not any fallout so far. Like, I know this, I've said this many times, but this palette is sexy. Like the colors, like something about warm burgundy browns. Next shade I'm going to take is the shade Spicy. Spicy is a dark plum shade. That is nice. That's a nice shade. It's like dark and punchy. That's what I like. Yep, I just broke into a full sweat. This is why I can't have weird makeup, man. So I'm just going to pack on the shade Rough, which is a soft, Rough, which is like a soft beigey color, and I'm just packing that onto the lid. And this is just to like even out the lid space. A flush of color before I go and add on some razzle dazzle. And I will say this shade, it's almost like this shade picks up the colors underneath because it's like beige. Next I'm going to take the shade Please Me.
Please me, and I like to something they shake, and I don't let go, and I move it.
Going into the bottom lash line, I'm just going to take Naughty. Buff that at the bottom. I have found my new favorite mascara. This is the Climax Extreme Mascara from NARS. Literally my new favorite obsession with mascara. So what I like to do is take the original Climax mascara and I apply that on the bottom lash line. And then I take the Climax Extreme, and this is like my favorite mascara because of the fact that it does like the whole lifting and volumizing thing, but because the tip is like that plastic silicone, it separates the lashes and defines it, and I love this mascara so much. And boom, there we go. Like, you guys know how my lashes are. You guys know I have long curly lashes, so anything in terms of mascara that I rave about is like legit. Boppity pop pop pop. I'm going to highlight. This is the LA Splash Golden Gatsby Old Money highlighting palette. 4 different shades. We have like a, first of all, you can't see it, but like this shade right here, Dough, it is so pretty. It looks white, but it's like that white gold. So it looks white in pan, straight up gold. It gives me like that, I don't know if you remember the Wet n Wild highlighting bars, the platinum bar, very that. The shade called Maxima is like a straight up gold. Like, this is like white gold, this is gold. Not as green as like Fenty Trophy Wife, but along the same realm of that. And then we have the shade Sugar. Sugar's a taupey champagne color, cute. And then we have the shade Scratch. And Scratch is a pinky highlighter shade. It's like a pinky pearlescent shade, champagne-y shade. That's probably what we're going to end up using. Yeah, we're going to end up using that. So I'm going to take the shade Scratch, and then, you know what this palette reminds me of? This palette gives me the vibes of it's like a mixture. Like, it gives me like the same vibe that the Sugar palette, the Sugar Glow Kit, and the Sun Dip Glow Kits have. Like, a lot of like pinky pearlescent shades, but also like golden shades. so it has a nice range and depth, which is great because you know ABH knows her. Yeah, I really am digging this highlight. This is a really nice highlight. Like, I know, like with me, I have a lot of products that tend to be my favorite and I reach for them very often. This is a really nice palette and I can see myself using this a lot. Moving on to blushes. ColourPop, more releases. It is what it is. They have released their Dark Bloom collection, which is so gorgeous. So gorgeous. It's just really good. It's a really nice collection. And of course, they have released some blushes in here. We have 3 different blushes. This is the Palatio. It's a peachy pink blush. Cute. We have the shade Chase Eyes with I can't use that. And then we have the shade Vogue. I know what that word is. And it is a mauve pink, and that's the blush we're using. It is a soft pink. Soft. And that's fine. I don't want like a heavy pink blush because my eyes are, you know, heavy. Soft pink blush. Don't have any quarrels with it. It is what it is. I wish it was a tad bit darker, but this is the vibe we're here for. Moving on. So let me let me drink some more alcohol. I'm gonna go ahead and set the face again with the milk spray. It's interesting because, and I think Shanine had talked about this in her video when she talked about the setting spray, but it doesn't feel like a setting spray at first, but it does a really good job of refreshing and resetting. Like for example, my MAC Fix Plus setting spray, I know what I'm going to get with it. I know how that feels. I know when it's working. Urban Decay All Nighter, know how it feels, knows how it's working. This, it doesn't quite feel like it sets the first time, so you might want to use like your OG setting spray, but as like a go-to like touch-up, like reset, like right now my face feels like really good. It feels like everything is setting now. So that's that. The face looks gorgeous. So Maybelline has their lifter glosses, which are probably the NYX Butter Gloss was like the best lip gloss in the drugstore. This is coming from NYX's spot, to be completely honest. That's been out for a cute little minute. Maybelline has released a collection exclusively to CVS, which is strange for me to say because you know I work at Walgreens. These 5 shades. These shades are more pink, definitely pinky. And I have some shades I really want to use. There's like 3 shades I want to use. There's a Sand, which is like a pink shade that has like a blue glitter to it, which is like calling my name. It gives me like Fenty Glow, but with a blue shift instead of like that pearlescent gold, if you will. Love it. There's a shade called Heat, which is like a flat pink. And then there's a shade called Opal, which is like a soft pink with some pearlescence in it. We're going to use the shade Opal, and Opal is it looks very, you're not going to see color. Opal gives more of the iridescence. I know there's like a colorless shade that they have like in the original lineup, but it's like icy white. This is like pink, so it's a tad bit warmer. I think because the eye is so dark and heavy, we're gonna stick with this. Ooh, sexy. Hey maid, I see you got your maid outfit on. Loving hip hop song, I like that. There's one more product I want to use, and I'm kind of scared. So Patrick Ta has just released the face gloss, which is an eye, face, lip gloss. My concern is that this is a golden base shade, so I don't know how that's gonna look on top of like a pink lid. So now I'm probably gonna put lashes on. So let me go put on lashes since I'm not wearing that eye gloss, and then we'll be back. I lied. So what I want to do is this is the me finished look because I want to see if this eye gloss is actually gonna work later on. Wait a second. This Patrick Ta eye gloss or face, this gloss, I'm always scared of glosses on the eye because gloss will pick up product, it will move stuff around, the eye look won't last that long. It gets sticky, it gets gross. I have this gloss on my eye. I have like semi-hooded eyes. My eyeshadow has not picked up yet. There are no weird there's no weird creasing going on. This is hands down the best gloss I've ever put on my eyes. I'm just saying. I'm living. This is it. And like I was worried that it was going to turn gold because like it's got like a gold. No. It's pretty. It's like a slight gold shimmer, but like this is it. This is it. This is ooh, my light's been changed. My light's been changed. All right, guys, this is the final look. This is a full face of like newer products. Ultimately, I gave my thoughts. The foundation is, I think, the biggest, like, the most impressive thing that I've tried. The Huda eyeshadow. Like, Huda's palettes are great, but this is sexy and like it is great. The Golden Gatsby palette is also really a banger. Low-key, like that highlight, boom. The face product, the base product's really nice. The contour palette, whatever, you guys know. Patrick's powders, my new fave, just to be completely honest. That is my new favorite powders. It's so good because it's translucent and it works for me. So that's great. So yeah, overall, this is a great launch, a great line of products from all over. I didn't really have anything that like disappointed me. That's a plus. So yeah. Alright guys, that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I truly do appreciate it. If you enjoyed yourself, which I hope you did, then go ahead and give this video a huge thumbs up, like, and support. It means so much. Also, if you want to continue seeing my face on your YouTube feed, then go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell as well so that you don't miss the next time I upload. Because obviously between elections and depression, that was forever. But there should be more videos now. Just saying. Also, you guys make sure to follow me on all my social media accounts. That is Neøn MUA on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and TikTok. Love to have you guys be part of the Fireflies family. Also, follow me on my other Instagram account, Styled by Neøn. I am going to start transitioning into doing like fashion content. Don't know how that's going to go, but like follow and see what happens. You know. Also, you guys continue to support the collabs Dust to Dawn and the Level Up collections from Midas and Esta respectively. I know some of the palettes are out of stock currently for Dust to Dawn, but the restocks are happening this month. So if the palette that you want is not in stock, subscribe to the Midas newsletter, grab the palette, or grab the palette whenever it comes out. And alright, you guys, that is it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. I truly do appreciate it. And until next time, you can watch another video of me doing random shit, trying on makeup, talking shit, right here. Enjoy the beauty. Excuse the beauty. Live for the beauty. Please.